I have the honor of introducing our next game changer, Mayor Mr. Daryl Moss. I still call him Mayor as well. Former Mayor of Creedmoor, Mr. Daryl Moss, has been a game changer for his community and for North Carolina. He began his public service journey in 1987 on the Creedmoor Planning Board, was elected to the Creedmoor Board of Commissioners in 1989, and in 1999 he became the first Black mayor of Creedmoor, serving until 2017. In 2003 to 2004, he served as president of the North Carolina Black Elected Municipal Officials, another game changer in leadership and representation. Appointed in 2007 to the North Carolina Environmental Management Commission, Mayor Moss also served on the North Carolina League of Municipalities Board of Directors and was elected to the National League of Cities Board, where he chaired the advisory board and served on the Information Technology Steering Committee. Locally, he represented Creedmoor on the Tar Council of Governments, the Capital Area Metropolitan Planning Organization, and the Upper Neuse River Basin Association. He also served on the Federal Bureau of Prisons Community Relations Board, the Vance Granville Community College Endowment Board, the Families Living Violence Free Board, and as an organizing director of Union Bank. In 2017, Governor Roy Cooper honored him with North Carolina's highest civilian award, the Order of the Longleaf Pine. In 2020, Governor Cooper appointed him to the Golden Leaf Foundation Board of Directors. A graduate of South Granville High School, and the University of North Carolina, at Chapel Hill, Mayor Moss's career stands as a powerful example of consistent, courageous, and community-focused game changers. Mayor Moss.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Pastor, just want to let you know, I've been called a lot of things. I'm from Creedmoor, and I have been called many things, but I've never, ever been called a game changer. So I am very grateful to be here with you this morning. As I have looked at the list of folks that you're honoring today, it's interesting, at least to me, that I've got relationships with every one of them. Ms. McGee, Ms. Lockley, I spoke at your schools at some point in the past. Linda, you taught my girls. We're working on this other thing for Holly, so we've got that connection. Yep, her mother and my mother went to high school together. They graduated. I got a great picture of them, by the way. And Mr. Peace, I think about the lawsuit, McGee versus Granville County, that paved the way for you to be our first Black county commissioner. That was a lawsuit that was a school board member, but that was a lawsuit where 5 Black citizens in Granville County sued Granville County for voting rights violation. That lawsuit started in 1986. I think it was finally ruled upon in 1987. That lawsuit was called McGee versus Granville County. A.J. McGee, Ms. Aurelia Burton, Eugene Fields, Reverend Lacey Joyner, and myself. We sued Granville County, and we won. And it was highly controversial, and one of the greatest compliments that I will ever receive was from the late Harry Coleman with the Button Creedmoor newspaper when he referred to me as the radical element of Granville County. I absolutely love that. That's the greatest compliment I could ever get. Ms. Timberlake, I feel like I'm in your family because I've known the Timberlake family for as long as I can remember, from Union Chapel when it was on Highway 15 all the way through today. Just incredible work. And last but not least, my friend Cecil Lockley. He's my golf buddy. But I will tell you this story very quickly about Cecil. When we first met, we were down in Lewisburg. We were playing with another gentleman that some may know, Xavier Wortham. And we're on a very long hole, and we're on the green, and this ball comes rolling up. And I told Xavier, I just went crazy. I said, man, who is that back there hitting into us? Because in golf, that's not inappropriate. That's not good etiquette, golf etiquette. And here comes this guy riding up in the cart by himself. And I told Xavier, I said, I'm going to get this guy. And Cecil gets out of the cart, and I figured out pretty quickly, I'm not going to get this guy. Pretty quickly, because when he started standing up, he just kept standing up. And so, at any rate, I'll just leave it at that. But over the years, we have played an incredible amount of golf. We had a great team, and it has just been a joy knowing Cecil. And I did tell him though before he retired. I said, if you ever pull me, like on the, as a highway patrolman, just don't put your hands on me. That's all I'm asking. But I am very honored to receive this award today. I won't take but just a minute. But I really don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about. I know a lot of y'all know what's going on in Creedmoor right at this moment. We have trouble. I'm just going to be very candid with you. Our Mayor Antoine Downey, had an event last Monday, and it's not good. I'm just going to be very clear and very honest with you. For a lot of reasons, I can't go into the details, but I sent Sean a note this morning, hoping to get the opportunity to say what I'm about to say, because I felt like it's important. But I am hoping that y'all will join me in holding Antoine up in prayer, because I know that I have fallen short. I do every day, but the good Lord allows me to recover. And I believe if we rally around Antoine together, that we are going to help him. He needs our help. Him being elected in Creedmoor, it was a really big deal. Me being elected was a big deal. Him being elected the way he was elected was an even bigger deal. And I was very proud of him. I recruited Antoine to run. We all have challenges, and I knew some of his challenges, but Antoine was doing the very same things that I was doing at his age. I was working, I was raising my family, buying a home, and just trying to do good things. And that's how I felt about him. That's how I feel about him. I can assure you, I will not be abandoning Antoine. I know it looks kind of dark right now, but I think that as a community, I hope that you will join me in standing by him. We all see, some of us that are on social media, Pastor, I don't know if you're out there at all, but it's very ugly. It is very ugly. Folks want him to resign. But I'll say this really quickly. Actually, our city board can't make Antoine resign. If he chooses to resign, that's one thing. But North Carolina state law, we cannot compel him to resign. I've got commissioners that want to pass these motions and all of this stuff, and they can do that all day long. They can pass a million motions, but they can't force him to resign. And so we've just got to figure out the next steps moving forward. I don't know what they are right at this second, but we're gonna continue working. I was gonna say, even with that situation, on March 3rd, I don't know if anybody is available to go to our city council meeting, but Reverend Archie Wilkins, he goes to Mount Vernon. He's a city commissioner. He's going to need your support. I'm not going to be there that day. I'm going to be out of town that week. But I can assure you, our friends on the other side are ginning up their support to come talk to the city council about removing Antoine. We don't need anybody to talk. We don't need you to say anything, but just your physical presence would be great, and we would appreciate it. And there are two facts that I want to share, and I'm gonna set down about Antoine. And he made a mistake, but this is, in my opinion, this is the reality of it. He is not a convicted felon.
Absolutely.
Unlike our president. Yes. Antoine is not a convicted felon. And also, I would venture to guess that Antoine is not in the Epstein files.
No. That's right.
So those are two things that I've been saying this to my colleagues on the board, because they immediately went to, he's got to resign, he's got to resign. But I know, and we've done research, you know, there are elected officials across, on the state level, here in North Carolina, on the municipal levels, that have done things similar to Antoine, and they're still serving today. But I'm not trying to condone what he did. That is not my purpose. But what I am saying, he is a young man, he is one of us here in this community. And I think he deserves our support in whatever way that winds up being. And I can assure you that I will be one of those people that will stand with him and for him. But on today, Pastor, thank you so much for the invitation. Sean, I was a little nervous, but now that I know you're a Duke fan, I'm sorry, I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go.
Mayor.
I will tell you though, as I like to say, and I'm in church, so I can say it, you're a devil, you can't. Let me finish it. Let me finish it. As we like to say, you may be a devil, but you can be saved. Take our
That's a new
picture. There we
twist I
go.
hadn't heard
All
before.
right.